Greetings and hallucinations, ladies and lads. I am Chancellor of the harmonious frequencies of the mighty Empire of Onion, and this is Rimworld. So last episode was pretty eventful compared to the episodes prior. We were attacked by a man-hunting herd of muffalos. It was quite a lot of them, actually. Thankfully, our defenses held up. We actually have a lot of colonists compared to what I'm used to dealing with, so that worked in our favor. All of them except for Anna, I believe, are capable of fighting, so they were all available to hold off that herd. Then, at the end of the episode, we had pirates from the Grey Porcupines drop pod in, crashed right into our little housing area there. That wasn't too bad. We had a few minor injuries, mostly burns from an incendiary launcher. Cristobal was locked in the room with one of the guys. Mano y mano, he was able to take him on and execute him. It was this guy here, Lynx the Experiment. So it looks like Itini, a simple bruise. NG had a bruise as well. Seedlings was the one that got shot by the incendiary launcher, yes. She's missing a couple of toes, her nose, and a finger. That was old news. And Nicole got shot there. Okay, Baffin and Talia are duking it out. Talia has a really bad time socializing with anybody. It seems like nobody likes her. Inji likes her a little bit. Anna likes her a lot, but Talia doesn't care for Anna at all. So Talia's fighting with people very often, which is a shame. That's the way some people are, though, so. Oh! I didn't even notice this. We do have one person down. Still has 9 hours to live. Chemical fascination isn't very good. Lots of incapabilities here. She's good at tending to animals, which isn't too bad. Decent social, but no passion. As far as a defensive character, that wouldn't be too bad. If I could bring her shooting skill up quite a ways, she might be good going on caravans or raiding parties. Something like that, possibly. It's like, once again, Anna's prioritizing tending to the animals. Cristobal's actually in a pretty bad way. I think I'm going to have her prioritize treating him. Itini should be in no immediate danger. Yeah, simple bruise. I'll have him capture this person. I believe Kyle was set to friendly chat here. Yes, indeed. And then Pokram? Palkram? This prisoner will be set to friendly chat as well. Still missing components for these. I have a pretty strong feeling that they're prioritizing the batteries for the components right now. We have 3 in our inventory, it says. And I can't remember how much these need, only 2 each. I was thinking they were bringing those components into that stockpile, but here they are. Yep. Well, Itini, I know. Dead man's armor vest. I don't know why you're wearing that. I can't imagine that it was a forced assignment. No. so there's nothing I can really do about that, buddy. His rival died. I imagine that was one of these pirates in here. Let's see. Ward. That was Lynx. I don't see anybody named Han. It might have been one of these pirates that we killed a long time ago. I say a long time, it was just a couple of episodes. Let's get it moving here. Wow, Cristobal really needed some tending. He seems to be our most likely to be injured character that we have. Still have a lot of characters that could use treatment. Can't remember if there was any bleeding. I don't believe so, though. Was she ever tended to? She was. Okay. Fantastic. I feel like the only one over there was Itini, so I'm not sure who treated her unless it was him. I put friendly chat on her as well so that we could work on our social skills. As far as recruitment, Kyle would be a much better prospect because he has mining, construction, growing, and artistic. He would be a good overall worker around the base. I believe this is done, so I'm going to deconstruct that. I was thinking about building a copy of it down here so that we could take care of this marshy area that can't be built on. This soil can be built on, so I'm not too worried about that. It's mostly just this one piece. Yeah, this is just marshy soil, it's not actual marsh. So if I look at it like, I'm not actually going to build this, but yeah, see, it's just that one square that I can't build on. So I think what I'm going to do is build a copy just right next to this, so that that's the first piece that it takes care of. I know that it takes components and it's almost not worth it just to take care of that one piece. I should have tried to build that one square over. I just wasn't paying close enough attention. But hopefully we're able to salvage enough parts out of this to help out with the cost of this one. Itini's still having a rough time. If I remember right, he has depressive characteristic. So I'm not surprised he's in a bad way. He's hungry, feeling terrible for no apparent reason. Ugly environment. Yeah, his room isn't even completed yet. He's sleeping outside. And the dead man's armor vest, I really don't know why he's decided to wear that. I'm just gonna tell him to take it off. I do like for my characters to be armored, but not with dead people clothes. Okay, some flake. It's not something that I really want inside the base for very long, so hopefully we can get some traders coming through. Uh-oh, and I got a little bit of food poisoning from eating food. A fine meal, even. Our boars are eating pork again. That's so gross. We have so many pregnant animals right now, I feel like I need to get rid of a few. Turkeys are fine. The dogs are fine. Oh, these must be new huskies. I feel like the pigs are even more valuable than the wild boars because the juveniles can be trained to haul, whereas with the wild boars that's not an option. So that's interesting. I may keep some more of these pigs around rather than the wild boars. Just let them, I don't know, die off of old age or something eventually. I doubt that'll ever happen though, since 9/10 of them right now are pregnant. Alright. Things are looking pretty good. Oh, I need to get this turned back on so they can cremate the bodies. Poor Cristobal has to sleep in his room with a dead guy. Itini's finally got his room finished though, so he shouldn't be sleeping outside. Still an ugly environment, it's likely pretty dirty in there. Yeah, there's 2 dirt piles. Something there under the table. Average sized, 2.4 average prettiness, slightly impressive, mediocre wealth. I mean, he says, you know, ugly environment, but it's an impressive bedroom, so he just needs to calm down. Stop being so depressed. It's always the perfect thing to tell any depressed person in the entire world. Stop being so depressed. It helps every time. It makes them feel better. A lot of characters getting food poisoning. Yeah, I'm not exactly sure how this got roofed. That seems really weird to me. I guess because this was closed off here. But I feel like it wasn't roofed until we opened this up, and then somebody went in there and roofed it. That's just silly. It does not need to be roofed in there. I'm glad that roofs don't take any supplies to construct. Because that would be even more silly. I imagine this is a natural roof here. Yeah, overhead mountain it says. So that's fine. I did clear out a space around here, that's good. So we have a bit of a walkway. I could probably move these chunks up here. Maybe extend this out by 1 or so. But that's little stuff. Okay, the stockpiles are filling up again. All the supplies that we got from the enemies here. Let's get that sulfur club out of there. We need to sell a lot of our beer. We need to sell a bunch of dead people clothes and armors. We need to sell probably some wood. Get rid of those. The hay seems to be hanging on. I don't know if it's just spoiling in the stockpile, or if things are eating it. Yeah, it says spoils in 2 seasons. I'm not sure how old some of this stuff is, but now also with the batteries in here, this is even more likely a target for attackers, so that's something I'm going to have to be wary of. I think just about everything in the colony that requires electricity is turned on, and it seems like we're still storing quite a lot of power. So that's good. Even though I have this designated to be built, I'm not sure that it's really a priority. I wish I could suspend it. I guess I could forbid, and then they would likely not try to build that, because I'd rather they prioritize these first. They clearly using the components to build batteries rather than this stuff, which is fine. Okay, she's, yeah, pyromaniac, so she's about to try to start a bunch of fires, apparently. Fall can't put out fires. Is Cristobal going to put this one out? No. Talia is. She's not too far away. Baffin's got that one. Where's Baffin at? Okay, he's not too far away either. Oh, Cristobal's about to catch on fire. Seedlings is putting him out. Nicole, you just need to calm down. I'm telling you right now. Warning you. Oh gosh. Who's this fire reserved by, I wonder? Somebody a mile away? Yeah, where is Barrow? Oh yeah, she's pretty far away. Seedlings is right here. Okay. I'm not sure where NG was headed with these, but Pig 1 is taking them to a stockpile, so that's good. Just looking at it here too, we're starting to pick up a lot of slate blocks. I could probably go through some of these stockpiles and stuff and start putting down slate. If Nicole's going to be setting fire to a bunch of things, it's a really good idea to have fireproof floors. That's definitely something I need to check out. I know that they just got the carpets put down, but it's the same beauty level as these others. So I could even just cancel all of the carpet blueprints and then tell them to do slate instead. Which is what I think I'm going to do. And since this stockpile is where the slate is kept, they should be able to get on that pretty quick. I didn't even pay attention to how much that's going to cost, but I don't think it was 700. We'll see how it goes. Yeah, Nicole's cutting blocks now, which is good. I feel like that's granite, it is. I suppose this wall here, since it's close to the entrance, would be ideal for changing into granite. You know, I've been thinking about this too. There's all these weapons sitting here rotting away in the weather. And a personal shield. Those aren't being picked up because I removed the animal area here. So I'm going to put that back for animal 1. The pigs will be able to come in here and haul this stuff to where it needs to be. Clear them out from this bedroom. And everywhere else I think they should be pretty good. And then I need to clear animal 2 out of this bedroom as well. And I don't mind keeping animals 2 out of this area. They simply don't need to be out here. I haven't checked to see if they've been maintaining their restrictions, but it looks like they just about all are. This emu and this bull have just been running around being useless for a long time. I'm gonna have to look into either getting mates for them or just getting rid of them. I feel like we have enough food. I'm not worried about getting milk from a cow, but we'll see. I feel like these were all done. I just want to make sure that the doorways have been taken care of as well, because I feel like the doorways get missed sometimes. Like right here, I know for a fact that those were missed. 420. Maybe it did take a majority of our slate to do this floor. Yeah, we're down to 300. But it's also nearly been completed, which is fantastic. Really pleased with that. I feel like we're likely to pick up a bunch of cloth, but this is buffalo leather, yeah, which we also have excess of. I wonder why that could be. I have no idea. But yeah, we definitely don't need this anymore. We don't need any wood, so there's no point in planting trees. We don't need smoke leaf, we don't need psychoid, we don't need hops. We're good on heel root as well. We've got plenty of devil strand. We've got plenty of hay. Plenty of food. I think we're going back to roses. I could just delete this plot as well, but I kind of like the way that it's all laid out right now, so I'm going to keep it. It looks like they're doing a good job converting the smoke leaves into joints. We're up to 312, and I don't see any smoke leaves left in here. There is psychoid leaves. It looks like somebody's been making chem fuel, which is good. It gets rid of our wood excess a bit. This is an excellent sculpture. Beauty of 360. When there is just superior. And when there is also superior. I could probably put some superior sculpture into here. If I moved this guy into here. I can move this one up here, because I feel like a lot of them spend time in this area. So I think having a sculpture kind of towards the center of the room will be good for them. That should be fine. I don't know how many times I've mentioned this, but I'll go ahead and mention it again. The music on this game is probably some of my favorite of all times. Getting the floors done in pretty short order. I know that there's still this to be accomplished, and I switched this over to roses. I feel like there's enough plants that are grown up here. It'll supply us with enough cloth. They'll be able to knock this out just fine. We may even have slight excess, which is ideal. It's always better to have more than not enough. There we go. Floors are all done as they stand for right now. I am going to invest more slate into this stockpile and eventually certainly replace this with granite so that it's not likely to catch on fire. The rooms I'm less worried about because the floors are already slate. If the walls catch on fire, the worst that'll happen is we'll lose a little bit of furniture. We can easily replace that with wood, and if these walls burn down, I'll just replace them with granite. So I'm not prioritizing the bedding areas whatsoever. These haven't been moved out yet because the animals don't have access to them. So I'm just going to have to manually prioritize those pretty soon. She's going to cook things, but I'm going to have her haul. Itini's cutting blocks. Excellent work. Crystal, why don't you clean up your own room? Huh? Relaxing socially. Oh, Barrow was standing right there for a second. I could have had her do it. Now there is... Talia's going to rest, but I'm going to have her move this real quick. She could have dropped it right there, but she had to run all the way up. Whatever. Okay. Had a quick outburst of the plague here. We've got fall, Talia, seedlings, Pukrim, Palcram, and Barrow. Barrow, fall, Talia, and seedlings. Okay, so I'm going to go down the row here. Talia, fall. It was Barrow, wasn't it? Yep. Okay. So I'll definitely move those up to 1 so that they can be sure and rest in the medical beds. As a matter of fact, I'm going to move them there immediately. I know it says rest until fully healed, and I don't want them to stay there forever because they will get tired and upset about these things. And fall. But I want them to be in the medical beds as much as possible until they're able to be treated and taken care of. This is terrible timing for the solar flare to hit because that throws out our vitals monitors. It's going to decrease the speed at which they develop their immunities to the plague. Wow. It starts out at a 10% advantage here for the disease, which is not good. We should be fine. I think we'll be fine. I'm gonna go ahead and wake up Stoll to get this treated. Barrow's one of the ones laying down, so who else is a doctor? Stole. Nicole has a passion, but she's not very skilled. Cristobal, Fall, Wang, Baffin. Okay. Okay. So we'll get them all treated up real quick before it advances anymore. So we just maximize our chances of getting immunity built up here. This isn't too bad. The people that we have set prioritized for hunting right now have pretty low shooting skills, and so that'll be a good chance for them to increase on that. Alright, well that's going to be it for this episode. If you want to catch the next one, feel free to subscribe. If you'd like to support my channel and the efforts that I put in to bring you content, you can do so through the Patreon logo. And feel free to check out any of my other videos or playlists that you might be interested in. I thank you very much for any time that you spend on my channel, and I hope blessings of wisdom and peace on all of you. Farewell.